Hey, Lily. Lily, are you there? Come on, ugly duckling Lily, answer me.
Stop! It's getting on my nerves. What do you want?
Too slow to answer, little Miss Mousy. You really are a slowpoke.
I'm at work at the moment. Do you mind?
What? You have to work on weekends too? Gotta make a living, I guess, LOL. Pity the life of a company slave, LOL.
At least I'm working, unlike my big sister who can never hold a job. Every day is a holiday for you. Please stop lecturing me. I heard from Mom you got fired from your part-time job. Figures. Come on, sis. You're not getting any younger. You should really get your shit together. I would start looking for a real job.
I don't have to do that anymore, LOL. I landed an eternal job, LOL.
An internal job? What the hell is that?
I'm getting married.
Huh? Are you serious? You?
That's right. Don't be so shocked. He's young and rich. Next in line is the company president. He's super rich. Annual income is in the 6 figures. Pretty cool, huh?
Wow, yeah, amazing.
He said he had never seen such a beautiful girl in his life, and he proposed to me right away, LOL. He said he was ready to dump his current fiance so he can marry me. Can you believe it? So glad I was blessed with this beautiful face and hot bod. With a face like this, life is a breeze. Men are so simple, LOL. An ugly duckling like you would never understand.
He must not be much of a guy if he falls for someone like you. Someone who's only interested in outward appearances. I feel bad for that guy's fiance too. I mean, getting dumped so he can marry the likes of you? But I have no idea who this guy is.
It's someone you already know.
Huh? I know this guy? Who is it? A friend of mine?
It's George, LOL. Your fiance, George, LOL.
What? What the hell are you talking about? George is going to marry you? My sister? So, that fiance he's going to dump is...
Bingo! That's right. You, LOL. Are you shocked? Really shitty, huh?
Huh? Stop with the blatant lies. George would never do such a thing.
I know you don't want to believe it, but it's absolutely true. See? We took this photo together just the other day.
This is really George. You kidding, right? Is this some kind of prank?
I can't believe an ugly duckling sister of mine would land such a nice guy. How you managed to get engaged to him? That alone is a miracle, LOL. But sorry to say, I plucked him right from under your nose, LOL. And to think you tried so very hard to get this far, how pathetic. But, you know, it would have turned out this way one way or another. No matter how good you're at your job, ugly is ugly. George even agreed. He said he doesn't even see you as a woman.
Did George really say that? That he doesn't see me as a woman?
Yup, that's exactly what he said, LOL. On top of that, he said, as a person, you're inadequate. He said it would be like marrying a witch. Pure hell.
A witch?
By going out with me, he realized for the first time what he was missing out on. He said it was like walking around with a talking pig, LOL. Said he was the luckiest man alive to be able to marry a beautiful woman like me and not some wretched wench. Sorry, I always take guys from you. I just can't help it, LOL.
Yeah, right. I'm looking forward to the wedding.
Huh?
I wonder what kind of wedding it's going to be. I bet it will be just wonderful. How many guests do you plan to invite? Hey, I'll help you write up the invitations. What do you say?
What's the sudden change in attitude? Aren't you pissed?
Yeah, well, I figured if George hates me so much, nothing I can do about it. You can have him, sis. So happy for you that you got my hand-me-down.
Huh? Hand-me-down?
Well, he is my ex-fiancé, so yeah, hand-me-down. So happy for you. If it was not someone I previously owned, you probably would never find a proper guy.
What? Don't give me that crap, you wretched wench!
Who's the one that's getting super excited about getting that wretched wench's pre-owned guy? The only guys that approach you are a bunch of losers. They are only after a cute face. I handed you a fairly decent guy. You should be thanking me. But I have to admit that George is a bit of a loser too. I mean, he did two-time me and jump to you. You guys are like peas in a pod. I'll have a good laugh at your expense at the wedding, lol.
Yeah, so brave, but that's just temporary. I'm sorry to inform you, but I have no intention of inviting you to the wedding. I would hate to see the wedding ruined by an ugly, spiteful sister glaring at us the whole time. Besides, I don't want to invite an ugly ogre to a beautiful wedding. It would be a total sham.
I see. Point taken. I wonder if you guys can really hold a wedding. George's parents are really strict, so will they really permit you guys to get married?
What the hell are you blabbering about? Of course they'll give us their blessings, lol. Everything is the same. Just switch out you for me, and life goes on, lol. And what parent wouldn't be happy to have a beautiful wife for their son? I will do a way better job than you to get in their good graces, lol.
Well, then you're all set. So now all we have to do is work out some sort of compensation, and we can nullify the engagement. But unfortunately, I'm really busy now, so I'll send over the settlement demand later, okay?
Do as you like. Next time, find a guy more suitable for the likes of you. I'm busy with the wedding arrangement, so see ya.
Okay, no problem. Have a nice life.
Lily, where are you now? I thought you and George terminated your engagement. Answer me right now.
What do you want? I'm busy now. I thought it was your wedding day today. Doesn't seem like the right time to be talking with me online.
Yeah, the wedding is on, but that's not important. George's parents came barging to the reception area, and they suddenly started screaming that the whole wedding was off. They said they knew nothing about breaking off the engagement with you, or that I was marrying George instead of you. They said they will not permit the wedding to go ahead and made everyone leave. You did talk to his parents about it, right? That you would terminate the engagement.
OMG, sorry. I was so busy at work I forgot all about it. I just told them about it today.
Huh? Just today?
Yeah, sorry. The whole thing was so sudden. I was in a deep state of shock ever since you told me. It was on my mind the whole time, but it just slipped my mind. Really sorry.
Sorry? That won't do. Are you out of your mind?
I couldn't help it. I was heartbroken. Just utterly heartbroken. But I did convey it all very clearly. I told them that George switched from me to you and would no longer go through with the wedding with me. And I also added that my sister never held a proper job and just lived off her parents. She is a despicable older sister that constantly steals my stuff and in the end stole my fiancé from me. But she is pretty, so I hope you will proudly accept her as your son's new bride.
You said what? How could you say that?
Why are you so angry? I just stated the facts.
George is talking with his parents outside the hall right this second. I can hear them screaming outside. Can't really make out what they are saying. What do you mean by cut him out?
Oh yeah, I forgot. You dropped out of high school. Yeah, well, cut out means he'll be disinherited, which also means he'll have to give up being president of his father's firm.
Huh? What does that mean? Why can't he become president?
It's obvious, isn't it? They can't very well allow someone who dropped his longtime fiancé for another woman just like that. And to think a person like that would be good for the company just wouldn't cut it. George's parents were very good to me because I was a good worker. Oh yeah, and he disinherited also means he'll be dropped from being a company executive to being a regular office worker. Or maybe he'll get fired. OMG, it does not look good. But look on the bright side. George does have a capable brother and a younger sister. I don't think they'll have any problems with the future of the company.
No way! I don't want to marry some lowly office worker. What's he good for then? Lily, get over here to the wedding hall. Talk to his parents and convince them to let him be the next company president and about our marriage. Set things right, would you? Besides, you should have explained everything to them right from the start. Get over here, right this second.
No, I really can't. Impossible. I took some time off and I'm just getting ready to go overseas on vacation. You know, one of those trips to put my mind straight, get over this awful trauma. I just finished checking in. My flight's about to board. I can't wait to get to Italy, lol.
Italy? That's where we were planning to go on our honeymoon.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna go there with George, but he dumped me. So I figured I would go by myself. Anyway, I wasn't even invited to the wedding. How could I go? I'll make sure to buy a bunch of souvenirs. Sorry, but nothing for you.
Hold on a second. Are you just going to let this all go and have a good time in Italy? Do something about this mess.
Sorry, no can do. Oh no, I'm about to board the flight. Got to shut off all devices, you know. Okay, see ya. After I arrived in Italy, I blocked all messages from Maria and enjoyed my solo trip to Italy. So beautiful. I received a message from a frantic George wanting to get back together and that he was sorry. I just messaged him back saying a talking pig and a human cannot be seen together. Oh yeah, and I also said that I would send him a demand for compensation through my lawyer. After that, I blocked his line contact too. When I got back from my trip, George's folks came to apologize. They promised me that they would use George's entire savings to pay for my compensation. George was subsequently demoted from an executive position to a mere office worker in his father's company. After a while, he was transferred to one of their subsidiaries. My folks completely shunned my sister, Maria, not wanting anything to do with her. They sold the house without letting her know and moved away to the countryside. Maria was left with nothing. Nowhere to live, no home to go home to. She simply just faded away.
Contact me again after all this time? After running off with your lover and ignoring my calls? Is your heart made of iron?
I have time to contact you now because my life finally settled down recently. Sorry for all the trouble I caused you back then. It was 5 years ago, though. Isn't it time we let bygones be bygones?
You really think sorry settles this? Not only were you cheating on me almost the whole time we were together, but you ran away with your lover boy on our wedding day. What's more, he barged into the church in the middle of the ceremony, shouted, "Stop the wedding," and ran off with you. It's like something out of a TV show.
I know, right? Oh, he's so romantic. Oh, he's the best. Chad was so cool that day.
No, not so cool. Is there something wrong with your head? Me and the audience all thought it was some kind of surprise performance. So, in the spirit of going along with it, completely oblivious to the truth, we just waved you out of the church. We started thinking it was weird when you didn't come back after an hour, so ran off looking for you. But you were nowhere to be found. Everyone started panicking. You put us all through the mill that day.
Would you take a chill pill? Stop nagging me over ancient history. It's been 5 years. It's not very manly, you know.
Your poor mom fainted when she found out you ran away with another man. And your dad got on his knees and apologized to the point it made me uncomfortable. I had to apologize and return the gifts of everyone who attended the reception and the banquet. It caused me so much stress. It was a miserable time for all involved. It's natural to want to do more than just nag when someone treats you like this.
God, you're so persistent. Does the whining ever end? It's not like we were on the family register yet. You should just be pleased we didn't have to go through any legal procedures.
That's not the point, is it? Do you have any idea how much trouble you caused?
Whatever, it's old news now. The statute of limitations passed way back. Let's just put it behind us, okay? You need to stop clinging to me, Joe. I think it's time you look for someone else. Marriage is great, you know. Kids are cute, too.
I have no interest in being with you, Stacy. But before I cut off contact for good, we need to square a few things off. We're still far from even.
Square things off? What does that even mean?
The money, obviously. Compensation for breaking off the engagement, $23,000. Expenses for the wedding you ruined by running off with Loverboy, $14,000. Next, the money from my savings you stole from the house, $15,000. Finally, compensation for my car that you used to escape, $15,000. Total amount owed, $67,000. Pay up now!
What the heck? Why should I have to pay all that money?
Because I took an awful big hit due to your actions. You ran away with your lover on our wedding day. You helped yourself to my savings and steal my car to make your escape. Don't think for 1 second you're getting away with this without paying.
You can seethe at me all you like, but that won't be happening. There's no way I can afford to pay that much. Feeding and clothing my son will only get more expensive from now on. I can't give you money I don't have.
Then get a hold of it somehow and pay up. Put all your savings together, or sell all of your assets, or take out a loan. Or all of them. I don't care. Just give me my money. Your kid is not my problem.
Nope, impossible. Surely you're not entitled to compensation just because I broke off the engagement. It's not like either of us lost anything. $23,000 is blowing it way out of proportion. I will absolutely not be paying that.
You really think that logic holds up? We exchanged engagement gifts, and I bought you a wedding ring worth over $7,500. $23,000 in compensation is perfectly appropriate. I already checked with my lawyer, and there's no doubt about it.
Well, I disagree. As for the wedding expenses, if you didn't return everyone's gift, you could have paid them. If you just kept hold of all the gifts, you could have sold them off and made more than enough to cover the wedding. It's not my fault that you were too dumb to think of that, and I will not be paying for your lack of brain cells.
You seriously think that would be acceptable? They came to celebrate us getting married. Thanks to you running off with Loverboy, what was supposed to be a wedding turned into what felt like a funeral. There's no way I could be shameless and despicable enough to accept, let alone sell the gifts those kind people gave us. Because I'm not like you.
That may be so. Still, $67,000? No can do. Nuh-uh. Nope. Can't we at least call it quits on the portion from your savings and car?
And why the hell would we do that? That's the most important part. How dare you give your lover the key to our apartment, have him sneak in, and have him steal my bank card, savings account book, and car keys? That car was brand new 2 months before you stole it. Why in God's name do you think I'd be willing to call that quits?
We were still engaged at the time I took your savings. So, when you think about it, it was actually kind of my money. If we got married, it would have really become mine, so isn't demanding I return my own money a bit strange?
That was not your money. It took years of long shifts and overtime at the office for me to save that up. Just because we were engaged doesn't somehow make it yours. The same goes for the car.
What? The car? We abandoned it by the side of the road before we left town, which means we hardly even used it. You can't seriously expect me to pay for that too?
Obviously I do. Thanks to you lowlifes abandoning my new car in the middle of nowhere, it got stripped to pieces. Everything inside was stolen. Even the frickin' tires were gone. Words can't describe my shock when I saw it. You knew how much I loved that car. You are 100% paying me compensation.
Money, money, money. It's all about money with you. You're so selfish. What happened to the car after that has nothing to do with me.
Let's just make this clear. Do you refuse to pay no matter what? For breaking off the wedding? For stealing my car?
Yeah, that's right. Me and Chad have a life together. We have a little boy to think about. Things are over between me and you, so just leave us alone. You won't get a penny out of me. Don't you dare get in the way of my happiness.
I'm calling the police.
What? The police? Why would the police have anything to do with this?
Isn't it obvious? What you did was theft. The wedding expenses and compensation are one thing, but stealing my savings and car was theft, plain and simple. If I ring the police, you'll be arrested without a doubt.
What? You're joking, right?
You'd think I'd joke about something like this? Did you think that what you did was somehow okay because I was your fiancé? Were you just not aware what you did was a crime because you're completely devoid of brain cells?
Me and Chad? Criminals? What would happen to us if we got arrested? And our son? What would happen to our son?
Well, if you ended up going to jail, you and him would be in separate prisons. As for your son, I think he'd most likely go to some kind of care or foster home. Oh, and by the way, if you do go to jail, I read the maximum sentence for what you did is about 10 years. By the time you got out, your kid would already be out of elementary school.
How could you speak so lightly of tearing a family apart? You're horrible. You're the worst. You're the incarnation of pure evil in human form. If anyone should be arrested, it's you.
Why would I be arrested? Anyway, what'll it be? Would you rather be reported to the police and be arrested as a couple in the family home? Or maybe you prefer to be arrested after graciously accepting your fate and handing yourselves in? Or maybe, just maybe, you'd rather pay up and give me my damn $67,000. If you pay me the entire $67,000 at once, I'm happy to forget I ever mentioned the police.
Fine, I get it. I'll give you the money. But the problem is, I don't have the money. All I can give you is $2,000. No, maybe $4,000. I'll pay back the rest in smaller installments, so please, just don't get the police involved.
$4,000? I guess that's a good start. Okay. I need you to send me it in cash money through registered mail, addressed to my lawyer. I'll send you a picture of my lawyer's business card after this.
Cash money through registered mail? Why? What's wrong with bank transferring it normally?
You really think I'd give my bank details to a thief? I don't want you knowing my address either. See to it that you send the money to me through registered mail within a week. You understand?
Yes, I get it. What the heck? They took Chad away in handcuffs. I thought we had an agreement. You said if I paid you, you wouldn't report us.
Oh, wow. They arrest him already? Wait, they didn't take you too?
I was out with our son. When we got back from grocery shopping, there was a police car parked outside of our apartment. With Kazuya inside. They took him.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You managed to escape then? You really lucked out there, huh? And there was me thinking Bonnie and Clyde would go down together. What a shame.
What the hell are you playing at? Why did you report us to the police? I sent your money, you liar!
I didn't lie about anything. Try to remember carefully. I never said I would report you just because you paid me, did I? I only said I wouldn't call the police if you paid me the entire $67,000 at once. All you gave me was $4,000.
I told you I'd pay the rest later in smaller installments. I'm not made of money, you know. I only scraped that $4,000 together in the first place because you said you wouldn't report me.
How can I trust the word of someone like you? You already betrayed me more times than I can count. I can't trust anything other than payment through the proper channels. That's why I went out of my way to make it clear to you that I needed cash money sent through registered mail.
No way. Did you intend to report me from the get-go? Did you lie about not wanting to tell me your bank number and address too?
Like I said, I haven't lied about anything. Not wanting to tell you my bank details or where I live is the honest truth. But my actual objective was figuring out your address. This was always going to happen sooner or later, you know. I already filed a police report 5 years ago.
You lying, deceitful, swindling, good-for-nothing trickster lowlife! You're the devil! Are you satisfied now that you've ruined my happiness?
How could I possibly be satisfied? This pales in comparison with what you did to me. You cheated on me and dumped me at the altar on our wedding day. You stole my money, you stole my car, and then you ran away and blanked me for 5 whole years. I suffered with such soul-crushing depression, I had to see a doctor at one point. But you got married. You had a son. Not a care in the world. Not a shred of conscience over what you did to me. Satisfied, she says. Give me a break.
What does any of that have to do with me? It's not my problem! Ugh, whatever. Forget it. I have to give up on Chad now. I've got no choice but to escape with my son. I have to protect my son at all costs!
That was all it took for you to dump Loverboy? To think you ran off with him so dramatically on our wedding day.
Ugh, shut up, shut up, shut up!
Well, what do I care? You want to escape? You go right ahead. Of course, your sentence will only get longer. I am curious, though. Where exactly do you plan on escaping to? After having just lost a huge sum of money and having a kid to take care of?
Are you even human? I'll never forgive you for this. You won't get your own way. I mean it. Remember that!
You don't have to tell me. I could never forget. Just like you said, I'm persistent. After that, Stacy really did try escaping with her son. But the police managed to find her pretty quickly since she couldn't even afford a train ticket. Be honest, I did want them both to go on trial and serve hard time. But when I thought about what it would do to Stacy's brothers, sisters, parents, and her innocent son, I couldn't bring myself to press charges. We settled out of court for the total cost of the damages, plus an extra $15,000 for the trouble. Her parents helped her shoulder the burden, and I received all the money in one payment. Stacy and Chad are currently being treated like workhorses at a company run by one of her relatives, to pay off the debt they owe to her parents as a result of our settlement. By the way, Stacy's brother and his wife are looking after her son now. I hear he's growing into a healthy wee lad. I would have felt bad for him being raised by a pair of pea-brained dimwits like those two, so I think it's probably for the best. As for me, I used some of the settlement money to get myself a brand new car. Having my car so casually stolen like that was the most shocking part of the whole affair for me. So I really splashed out this time. For now, I'm not thinking about getting remarried. I'm just enjoying my days driving around tearing things up in my new car.